Baryla from Tracy Rifle and Pistol. Today we're going to be doing a CCW drill. This is kind of a scenario drill that I call the SAP. I came up with this with my buddy Rich Nance over at Wartac CQC. So SAP is an acronym. S stands for separation, A stands for angle, and P stands for placement. So separation comes in a real world scenario when you have someone right next to you. It's hard to draw, it's hard to get to that gun, so you need to create separation. Next one is angle. So you all know one of those firearm safety rules is know your targets and what's behind and in front of them. So this one's really important. I mean, you could be a crowded mall, you could be in a parking lot, you could be all kinds of places where the bullet's probably going to go through that bad guy. You have to know what's behind him and how to safely engage that target. P is for placement. A lot of these CCW guns guys are buying now, like the Glock 42 I'm running, or the Smith & Wesson Shield, or the Springfield XDS. They're limited capacity guns. You know, you may have 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds available to you, and not everybody I know that CCWs carries a spare mag. So placement is extremely important. So right now we're going to go through, set up the targets, see the angles, and have fun. So this is a target arrangement and how I run this drill. In the middle, my buddy Bob here is going to be the dummy that we create separation from. So it's either a punch, a push, something like that, just to get him out of the way enough so that I can draw and engage these two inside targets. Now you notice that there's also two targets on the outside. These are the targets that we don't want to hit. So let me show you what that looks like from the shooting position. So up close to Bob, after you create that separation, you have to change the angle. So right now behind that target on the left is another target that we don't want to hit. You can see this just by moving over a little to the left. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing during this. Now, I actually like to run this drill two different ways. First is a typical draw, a full extension, and finding that sight, putting up the shots where you need to. That's the placement portion. Now, it might not always be possible to get that full extension. You don't want to get the gun taken away, so it's also really important to learn how to shoot from retention. That's kind of this position here where the gun's actually tucked into your body. You're kind of doing more of a point shooting thing. You're not looking at your sights, but the target's so close that you should be able to get those good, effective hits. Now, this is what the drill looks like when I run it. Now, you'll notice I engaged the target while moving out of the way of the target behind it. So there's two good hits on the target that I wanted to shoot, and the target behind is completely clear. So now I'm going to show you what shooting from retention looks like. Now there's a couple things to consider when shooting from this kind of position. One, you want to make sure that that slide isn't hitting your body or you'll cause yourself a malfunction. You don't want to block that slide's travel, so I kind of stick it out past my rib cage here. The other thing is make sure you don't have any hands or anything in front of that muzzle while you shoot. So here's what this looks like. Now, thanks for watching. I'm a huge proponent of running realistic drills like this if you're going to CCW. As always, check us out at facebook.com/TracyRAP. Subscribe here, and if you value your firearms rights like I do, check out firearmspolicy.org. Thank you.